Exciting times, everyone, especially for indie game fans. That's right, Steam Next Fest is officially underway. What? Have you never experienced the glory that is Steam Next Fest? Well, it's a special time for indie gaming fans out there because you get to play tons of demos with the click of a single button. And there's also developer live streams going on, so get to wishlisting some of your favorites. But I'm here to share with you some of my personal picks that I think you should check out the demos for at least, and maybe even get these games on your wish list. Hell, you might even purchase them in the near future. First up, a game I'm really looking forward to playing, another Crab's Treasure. First, I gotta say, really glad to see Aggro Crab back at it again. I loved Going Under. I think that game is extremely underrated, worth checking out, but that's a whole nother video. You might take a look at another Crab's Treasure and say, oh cool, I'm Sebastian in a Little Mermaid game, but not quite. This is actually a Souls game, and it has a sense of humor to go along with it. Taking place in an underwater world, you'll need to dodge, strike, and parry all at the right moments, just as you would expect, on your quest to find your missing shell. In total, there's going to be 50 shells that you can try on, all with unique abilities, and I really wanted to shout this game out because I think it's great to see a Souls game with accessibility options. This isn't my normal genre, but now I feel welcome here, and I really do want to play this one. So check this demo out. It's certainly on my list. Alright, I don't know if this next game is gonna throw me any bones or accessibility options, but The Last Faith, it just looks breathtaking, and I have to at least attempt this one based on the art style alone. Definitely has a little bit of a blasphemous vibe to it. There's gonna be plenty of combat weapons to use, and quite the variety of guns. The bosses look huge and epic, and like they're going to kill me a million times, which is my greatest fear with this title, so I was a little bummed to see it's gonna have a lot of Souls-like fused into it, because I love a good Metroidvania. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to die over and over again and end up playing like 30 minutes before I get extremely pissed off, but that's not going to stop me from trying The Last Faith. It looks just breathtaking. I always love games, and I got into indies because they take creative risks. They try different things. Love to see it here with KarmaZoo, where I've watched the trailer. This is being developed by Pasta Games and published by, of course, Devolver Digital. Who else would publish this thing? Yeah, I've watched the trailer, and I still don't exactly know what this game is, but it is a cooperative game of sorts with 10 random players coming together to try to survive a variety of different trials as animals. Your goal in the game appears to be to earn as much karma as possible. That's the best way I can describe this, but there's a lot of other multiplayer modes as well, so this doesn't look like it's gonna be the best of solo experiences. You'll want to experience this one with friends, but here's the good news. It does have local multiplayer, and it's available in 22 different languages, along with having crossplay, so lots of accessibility here, lots of different ways to play. It shouldn't be too hard to get a group together. I'm intrigued, to say the least. Try this demo out, and let me know what you think if you do. So far, this has been an eclectic list, to say the least, but that's what Steam Next Fest is all about, a gathering of games. It brings a lot of different genres together. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is next, an action roguelike where you get to play as dwarves. That's all I needed to hear. You're mining, and you're also doing a lot of killing of aliens, so I'm completely on board. Some of you might like this, some of you might not like it, because it is an auto shooter, so you're not going to have full control over your shooting, apparently. However, it is definitely looking like a time sink, and it could be quite addictive. The game will offer 4 different playable characters, a variety of weapons, bosses, and biomes to explore when it launches Q1 of 2024, but you don't have to wait that long. Grab this demo during Steam Next Fest right now. Moving right along, so many demos, so little time. Enshrouded is up next, an action RPG where 16 players can participate. There is crafting, you're building a village, and it will eventually, hopefully, become a kingdom as well, but it's the combat that looks really sharp to me here. Lots of cool effects and explosions and different varieties of magic and weapons. I'm trying to expand my horizons a little bit, and I could see this being a lot of fun with a group of friends, mowing down enemies or making your kingdom larger and larger. The game appears to be really vast and ambitious for an indie. We'll see if it's too ambitious, but try out the demo and find out for yourself. See if it's on the right track. Now, I didn't want to leave out my strategy fans. Songs of Silence, it looks epic. They could make one hell of a trailer. We'll see how the demo plays, but this is a story-rich strategy title. Great art style here, a lot of management to deal with, so if that's not your thing, that's probably an automatic nope. But interestingly here, you actually have control over the battles. They're not just static, they don't just happen automatically. The game will also feature cards, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be your traditional deck builder. It's going to put its own little spin on things. Perhaps most importantly to me, though, is the composer of the soundtrack from Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy XII fame, along with Valkyria Chronicles, great game by the way. Hitoshi Sakimoto is doing the music. Now that's why the trailer sounded so damn epic. It makes sense now. Check this demo out. Next on the list we have Simulakros, demo available now also during this great Steam Next Fest. Comes from Sirio Games. It's a third-person shooter. Reminds me a lot of the look and apparently the feel of Warframe as well. I haven't gotten my hands on it just yet, but this is one of those demos I'm eagerly anticipating because you'll know if you like it or not pretty early on. It's really going to depend how it feels. If games like this have a really nice solid frame rate and move smoothly, they tend to be pretty good in my book. You'll have 3 different characters to choose between, a lot of customizable options in this one, and what they're calling horizontal progression, which means each run is going to give you experience and more equipment, and it's just a big grind fest, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, now we're getting a little crazy here, indies, but I love the bold decisions Brainwash Gang are making with this one. Releasing on October 19th of 2023, but you can check out the demo right now to see if it's going to be something you enjoy. This one is called Laika, Aged Through Blood, a Western-inspired Motorvania, according to the developers, set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. That's how they're describing it on the Steam page, and that's what it looks like. It looks like an absolute blast, though. I'm always down to try something different. I have no idea if this is going to play well, which made this one of the more intriguing demos on this list for me, because I just want to see how this is going to work. Vehicular combat is always a favorite of mine. I really do like the art direction they've chosen here. It looks gory as hell. Let's see if the very first Motorvania can be effective at what it's trying to do. All right, trying to cover all of my bases here. Let's go with a first-person shooter. I know I haven't had one of those on this list just yet. A roguelite one at that. This is Soulslinger, Envoy of Death. The game takes place in the world of Haven, and one of the features that they really seem excited about with this is the NPCs that you can actually make your allies, or they might become your enemies. There's also weapon crafting here. I like the visual style. The action looks fast and frantic. Sign me up for this demo. Getting excited to check it out. Okie dokie, how about something lighthearted to close out this list? I'll be back with more if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'll keep making them as long as Steam Next Fest is running. This is Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, an arcade-style game. I fell in love with this trailer. Actually, this is my first time ever even hearing of this game, but it looks frantic. There's no jump button, apparently. They're really trying to sell that point. You just kind of bounce on everything, and you're collecting a variety of different coins. There's pizza here. So, Pizza Man? What the heck? There's all kinds of crazy, psychotic stuff in this trailer, but I personally love games like this. Off the wall, bonkers, turn your brain off, almost like a crazy taxi kind of thing going on. Definitely excited for this one. And be sure to check out our Twitch at twitch.tv/IDreamOfIndieGames because Silent Signs is going to be playing a lot of these demos over there, including this one. So are you going to be checking out any of these Steam Next Fest demos? There's tons more to go over. As always, thank you so much for supporting clickbait-free independent content right here at iDreamOfIndieGames. Check us out at patreon.com/iDreamOfIndieGames, where you can score Discord access, an exclusive new podcast, live streams that are exclusive, videos, ad-free and early, and so much more. Your community is waiting. See you in the next video.